Everyday desserts are transformed into delectable treats with the secret ingredient of condensed milk. It's sweet, creamy, and flavorful. Do you ever stop to think about the magic behind making this pantry staple? Though, from the farm to the sweets you love, that is the amazing story of condensed milk, which we're revealing in today's film. We will delve into its fascinating background, the science that went into making it, and the remarkable process that turns ordinary cow's milk into this delectable dessert treat. First, a little background. In 1856, an American called Gail Borden was the first to create condensed milk. Before refrigeration, preserving milk was a major challenge, but his innovative technology made it possible. Borden's technique was a game changer because it extended the shelf life of canned milk to up to a year. When fresh milk was unavailable on the battlefields of the American Civil War, soldiers relied on condensed milk as a steady food supply. It became an indispensable food item in the military and civilian kitchens alike due to its excellent nutritional value and extended shelf life. Allow me to take you back to the present day. Condensed milk starts its journey on American dairy farms. Approximately 60,000 dairies, housing more than 9 million devoted cows, provide the vast majority of the world's milk. Modern technology has completely altered the milk collection process in the last 100 years. The showstopper, that milking apparatus. A milking cup is the component that affixes to an udder and applies moderate pressure to the milk, much like a human hand. These machines can milk as many as 100 cows an hour, whereas a farmer could only do 6 with their hands. There's been a tremendous increase in output. Better instruments allow for better care of the cows, and happier cows give milk of higher quality. So it's not only about speed. Some farms take care of as many as 7,500 cows using cutting-edge equipment that increases milk production and enhances their overall health. In case you didn't know, dairy cows are quite habitual. They are most productive when milked when they are following a set schedule. These days, it's not uncommon for farms to deploy automated milking equipment that can milk 80 cows simultaneously, resulting in a 30% increase in milk flow. The process is as follows. An iodine solution is used to clean the teats of the cows by the worker. The next step is to attach the milking cups. In only 7 minutes, you may get your milk with the help of these cups that mimic a calf's natural sucking motion. The equipment detaches itself as soon as the cow is finished, and then the milk can be processed. Every day, for around 8 hours, a cow will drink 300 liters of water and gnaw on 45 kilograms of grain. By following this schedule, one cow can produce up to 38 liters of milk every single day, 24/7. Cow productivity has increased thrice in the last 50 years due to advances in modern diet and animal husbandry. However, you may be surprised to hear that a cow does not begin milk production until she has given birth to her first calf, which typically occurs at about 2 years of age. While the cow starts the process of lactating, the calf is given its mother's milk through a bottle shortly after delivery. The normal milking period for a cow is 305 days straight, after which she gets a well-deserved 60 days off to get ready for her next calf. There it is. The cycle starts all over again. Milk from these cows is an incredible food source since it is nutrition, dense while being 87% water. Here's how it works. Cows' special stomachs break down the feed they ingest into nutrients that the cow's bloodstream absorbs. After making it to the mammary glands, these nutrients undergo the transformation into milk. The milk is pumped straight from the udder into refrigerated storage tanks, where it is cooled to a safe 2 to 3 degrees Celsius from its initial extraction temperature of 32 degrees Celsius. However, the milk may still have dangerous germs in it as it is still raw. It continues on its journey to ensure it is safe to use in your favorite recipes. Dairy processing plants receive the milk by means of large tanker trucks, capable of transporting up to 20,000 liters simultaneously. A California plant of Nestlé runs around the clock to meet customer demand, making it one of the busiest facilities in the world. The daily milk processing capacity of this behemoth exceeds 1.6 million liters. The question then becomes, how is the condensed milk that we enjoy made from milk that is produced on thousands of farms around the nation? The day begins with the arrival of the tankers, which bring in some 567,000 liters of milk, some of which is as fresh as 6 hours ago, to the plant. Wow, that's new. However, every batch of milk goes through extensive laboratory testing before it is approved. It has to be absolutely devoid of antibiotics, which could trigger adverse reactions in some people, and it has to adhere to stringent requirements for salt and fat levels. After the milk is given the all clear, it is poured into massive storage silos. With a capacity of 2.8 million liters, these enormous silos can generate an astounding 20 million cans of condensed milk. But there's still too much fat in the milk for creating condensed milk at this point. In this case, the centrifugal separator is useful. This astounding machine spins at a dizzying 7,000 revolutions per minute and processes more than 22,000 liters of milk every hour. Within, the milk is separated by means of centrifugal force by means of conical discs. The heavier skim milk is forced to the periphery as the lighter cream settles to the middle. The final products of this process are skim milk with less than 1% fat and cream with about 20% fat. The process of creating condensed milk begins with the skim milk. Prior to proceeding, it is essential to pasteurize the milk, as this ensures its safety. After being cooled to around 3 degrees Celsius, the milk is heated to 72 degrees Celsius by means of a heat exchanger. Then it goes into a holding tube and remains there for exactly 15.5 seconds to kill any bacteria. The milk is prepared for the next stage of its transformation after this short yet effective procedure. The pasteurization procedure, which takes less than 40 seconds, is completed by cooling the milk back down to 3 degrees Celsius. Surprisingly, this simple process gets rid of 99% of the germs in the milk. Most milk was drunk raw before pasteurization became popular, which increased the likelihood of spoiling and dangerous bacteria. Fortunately, food safety was revolutionized in 1862 when French scientist Louis Pasteur devised a way to stop wine from going bad. This approach was later applied to milk, too. The milk is mixed with a lot of sugar after it has been pasteurized. Not only does sugar add sweetness, but it also serves as a natural preservative, greatly increasing the milk's shelf life. To make sure the sugar dissolves and the mixture is smooth, the milk and sugar are heated again. Preventing crystallization during this heating process is essential for maintaining the creamy smoothness of condensed milk. Evaporation follows, and it is one of the most interesting aspects of the process. The milk is passed onto an evaporator, a strong device that extracts around 60% of the water. Proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids are concentrated out of the milk in this process. This is the secret ingredient that gives condensed milk its distinctive thick texture and deliciously sweet taste. Tall buildings known as calandrias make up the evaporator. There are steam chambers encircling the stainless steel tubes that carry the milk inside each calandria. Due to the heating effect of the steam around it, the water in the milk evaporates as it flows downward through these tubes. Homogenization is the next step after the milk has reached the ideal concentration. The fat particles in the milk are ground down to smaller, more consistent sizes during the homogenization process. This makes it more sturdy and improves the texture, which is perfect for us. In order to ensure that the condensed milk is free of any potential contaminants, the containers are sterilized prior to packaging. Once the milk reaches the desired consistency, it is precisely pumped into filling machines. To maintain uniformity and cut down on waste, these devices measure out exactly the right amount for each container. The canisters are hermetically sealed after they are full, preventing any outside contaminants from entering. But that's not all. The sealed containers undergo a final sterilization procedure to ensure safety and an extended shelf life. To kill any lingering bacteria, they are placed in autoclaves and subjected to high-pressure steam. Finally, this stage makes sure the condensed milk is absolutely safe to eat, and it also gives it a shelf life of months, if not years. I think that's all. Condensed milk goes through a remarkable journey from the farm to the can before it reaches your pantry. The video you're seeing right now will answer any questions you've ever had about the production of other famous snacks like Doritos. Like the video, if you thought it was interesting, share it with someone you think might enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss a story by turning on notifications. Please return for our next video. We appreciate you taking the time to watch.